Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero and welcome to The Letter. The Letter is an adventure visual novel horror game that takes a lot of influence from Asian horror movies. It features a bit of hybrid gameplay and high production values, and it's a bit similar to games like Danganronpa or Zero Escape. Yeah, how do you like that? It's a good start, right? You got a jump scare right when the game starts. It's a good start. So let's see, save, load, getting used to the UI down here. Branching tree relationships. So I wasn't kidding when I said there obviously is probably some Zero Escape kind of influence here. Anyway, let's go. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited, and also really spooky, and that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsays of a mysterious woman roaming the hallowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Well, thank you, game, for talking to me directly, the player. We got a call from Rose.
Hello?
Is it...
Isabella? Are you there?
No, I'm not. A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
So this game actually has full voice acting. Like, not for particular scenes, full voice acting.
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
I don't even know who you are.
You chickened out.
But with how you're acting, yes, I would have left you alone.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
No, you don't.
It really takes my breath away.
It is going to take your breath away after you die.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
See, Isabella knows.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know what kind of game you're in.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
It's like I can sense I'm in some kind of plot setup.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
So what are the chances Rose dies right at the beginning?
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
We find her stretched out to death, just to cement that pun she made earlier.
Okay, see you. Bye.
The one she unintentionally set up, anyway. Well, that's a bit of a stretch. Ghost was like listening during the entire phone call. It's like, I know I'm killing her. She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca, giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started?
Oh, the lips move. Oh, wow.
You're working together again?
They're a little off sync. It's a little weird.
Just for this property.
It's not
They've
bad.
been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
Yes, the big spooky one I've been telling everyone about, apparently.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Yes, I am.
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words have left my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle. So you might not see any of this now, but this game does advertise a lot of choices. Like, they have a route web specifically for this very reason.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character.
And they do mention a hilarious amount of epilogue CGs, so we're gonna be doing some real ending hunting here.
I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Of course not, that'd be too sensible.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
Oh my god.
Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
There's so many terrible death flags.
They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
What's wrong with that? She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. I'm sorry, but I'm very distracted by that career day poster. It just looks really creepy. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca is excellent at her job teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Oh, here we go. The choices. One of these is gonna lock out the true good ending. You get to the final choice, and you think you've survived, and then you find out you have sodium issues because you've been eating ramen packs the entire time, and you get a bad ending. I'm calling it. And I'm also making a save. I eat other things too.
Hey!
Like
I
Pocky.
eat other things
Oh wow,
too.
look. Achievement unlocked, this or that. In-game achievos. So, let's check the relationship thing here real quick. So Rebecca's been updated. We see this is where it started, and now it's gone up. We gave a good answer. So we also have Isabella, who we have not met. Hannah, Zachary, Ashton, and Luke. Curious enough, you don't see Rose. You don't see Rose. That's really curious. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
Why do we keep our instant noodle cups?
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet?
More ramen.
I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. I think she even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Oh, no.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. In any case, Those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
Leave me and my ramen alone. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly if I'm looking for an exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing.
Give me free food.
I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse, just because of a few unpaid debts. That's actually really true. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. So I always say, when you give a loan to a friend, it's not really a loan, it's more like a gift. So you should probably just treat it like that and maybe just cash in a favor down the line. You may argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. Maybe have someone do a little ice cream run in the middle of the night for you, if you know what I mean. And that's not innuendo, I mean make them literally do an ice cream run. Run on top of ice cream in the middle of the night. Yeah, I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca, taking a quick glance at something behind me, probably the clock hanging above the notice board, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on her lesson plan for next week. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. There's random coughing occurring. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. This is precisely why I followed her here in the first place. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying for other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own?
The voice acting is actually not that bad so far. I do like they didn't go fully anime with it, if you know what I mean.
I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
I'm actually a little bit reminded of the Xenoblade dub.
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level with her with a flat look. She's had cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. What? She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed to her. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
I'm sure Rose is just hanging around that place. She'll get my point when I arrive there. I tend to have a stabbing piece of humor. I'm just going over various puns, like various forms of death. She offers me a reassuring smile and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she has decided on something. There's a ghost of a chance of anything happening to Rose before I arrive. Yeah, I'm still going on this. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same ball of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts her gaze back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
If I actually had any criticisms so far, is that the standing animation looks a little bit uncomfortable. Like, having your hands and you're kind of like down like that when you're talking casually does not look like natural body posture. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation in my short visit. That could have been, the choice of art could have been also, like, it might have been a little bit easier to kind of tween animation like that. With a wave of goodbye, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property, as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. I'll just go past the Zarbucks and the mist flowers. And you also pass a Daisies and a beastly penny. They're going out of business. Apparently everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumors surrounding the place. Just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted here, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Technically that was there, not here. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully it died down a few weeks later, like we're all gonna die. The place would have become a lot harder to sail otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window as soon as the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to do some last-minute reviews of the mansion's documents yesterday. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, nearly tucking it away between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again, anyway. Oh no.
Rose?
You're not Rose, you're Ash.
Guess again.
You look like you're a Bishonen dating sim character. And you got named Ash. Oh no. That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah, you know the indie movie he's been working on for months? The premiere's going on tonight at a film fest, and he's really excited to watch it with us. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know.
See, they don't go for real anime voices in their directing on the voice style. Like I said, I actually appreciate that a little bit.
It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
Like, Ash just sounds like a guy. Like, that's it.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles from the other end, and I can't help but roll my eyes at him.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Ash. Hole.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid Ash Hole. Always tease me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Well, this place cleaned up real nicely. See, journal updated. Here we go. Timeline. Profiles. Oh, we got a lot of lore here. Nationality, Filipino. Huh. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. 26 years old. Religion, Roman Catholic. Well, they put the whole shebang in here. Like cinnamon rolls, dogs, food, police procedural dramas, Tesseraized comedies, karaoke. I'm not gonna read this. Yeah, you can just freeze frame and read this if you want. That's how I'm gonna handle this right here real quick. Isabella, Hannah, these people are all undiscovered. Ashton and Luke are also undiscovered. Here's timeline. So October 18th, these are all unfilled. And we have a little journal here. We also have this note that says help, help, help there, and we seem to be really ignoring that. Anyway, it takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. It really does. I have to admit that also. It does not look like a place you'd get murdered in. Yet. Beautiful, situated in the middle of a vast open field with several lush green trees dotting the immediate vicinity that converge in the small woodlands nearby. Yet despite all this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anslem Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, horrified at the thought of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow, it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place is going to be at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Oh, I right am. The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. While completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is non-committal hum and the return of my nod. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and probably hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I bet I just got double billed. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't pay me yet. He pockets the rest of his money in his back pocket. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on his face, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. His taxi guy could come in at the end and save us. I'd like to see that. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I make my approach towards the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already there. Backing out is completely out of the question. It isn't like I have any choice in the matter anyway. If I want to get that bonus commission, one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, and my own copy of the keys dangle in my hand, now useless. Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny and crevice, and made spick and span. It is very nice. I'll have to admit that. It'd be a very nice house to have. The whole stained glass with like that family portrait thing, that's a little bit too personal and kind of uncomfortable if you're not related to them, but you know, it's very nice. I would show this place in cribs. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some think this world are better left in peace, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
I call out. Ooh, they gave a little echo.
Rose,
Nice touch.
I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly reach for my phone and dial her number. But
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But then who was Rose? What do you mean has not been recognized? No, seriously, I've never heard that. Is that a foreign thing? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her number again, hoping to connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose! This isn't funny! You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. This place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple steps forward, I notice something move by the hallway above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny! I'm leaving you if you don't come out!
Rose?
Not coming out, huh?
Fine, I'm going.
Rose. Okay, that is a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I make another attempt to reach her number. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord? Yes, finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion.
It's not gonna be Rose, is it?
Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. Oh, great. It was actually better when we just couldn't reach her. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm attic.
Oh no.
What? The attic? Why?
Crap, it got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? No, it's actually a terrible idea, but you need to do it for plot progression, so go. Plus, we need to be entertained. With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there?
We all float up there.
Of all the places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate, instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange, abandoned houses. You should have just stuck to selling nice little beach condos. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Oh, look! Things a little moving in the background. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east wing and the west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. But the east one has been converted into a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside there's another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with my every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it isn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I may easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped up passage up. Why didn't they bother to add one here when they renovated? It escapes me. Sheesh, they did with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. This is very undecorated compared to the rest of the house. More like a cell, if anything. Looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out, and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. There's even cobwebs everywhere. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? Maybe the other attic? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here in the attic. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got to her. Well, we're just on the button right here. Our character knows what's up. Shut up, brain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? Oh, God. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. You must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea, right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm a cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Is that how you spell cuckoo? I never realized that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a mall employee, but not this time, no. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Prior realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour the people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
It looks like the title name drop. Lying on the ground, just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this last time I was here. A few days back, me and the few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I can't have missed her though, can I? There's only one set of stairs to and from the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough. I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. With great care, I open it, and what reads shakes me to my core.
What? Oh my god.
So the thing we saw in the journal. This. It's just kind of like a bit of a oversight. We got it shows a little bit early. Nothing but the words "help me" fills the page. All of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on until... Oh god, you stereotypical ghosts.
Send this to 5 people or else.
Ghosts could just be lying. You just consider that?
Or else what? Or else what?
We've just been chain-lettered by a ghost, quite literally. I'm chained to our fate now. As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope, to make sure I'm not missing out on the second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. What if Rose found it first? So we're one of the 5 people it's been sent to. So do the people who it get sent to, do they have to send to 5 people also? Or are they just doomed without realizing it? I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. No! A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh and bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me, and make a save file. Oh no. We're gonna have a lot of these. Just be brave and look up. What can go wrong? We just got a butterfly. That means there was a branch right there. I need to face it. Whoever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I've left in me and shift my gaze upwards. That is awful and terrifying.
Please, don't hurt me.
I should have never looked up and just ran. Oh! Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
It slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh god. No! It's getting closer! Yes! The door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time to leave out the door and don't look back. Boy, this game got heavy. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm of a loud, fast beating of my heart. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight it's like it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. This is one hell of a Cinderella story. Till my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Oh god, it followed me. My head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness.
Write off your loss, send letters goodbye. I won't forget you, though your life fades away as I wither in this world filled with regret. Hold my hand and leave. Please don't leave me be. These bloody halls where we shed our tears, the darkness breaks, our memories alone remain. I reach out beyond the curtain black. I'm in too deep, so this letter I write. I want to be free, together by your side. Spend eternity in this lonely place we call home.
So let's see what happens when we get grabbed by the ghost. Nothing. Apparently it's gone. Where is it? Oh crap.